especially in the mornings. But as long as I don't care about always having to wear whichever clothes are on top of the stacks, the system works for both of us. Dressed, bagel-scarfed, and ready to go, we headed downstairs. I could smell peonies, Mom's second favorite flower, before I got to the kitchen. While they're in season, she puts vases of them everywhere, on the counter, the table, even on top of the fridge. I grabbed the supplies I needed from various drawers and stuffed them into a backpack. Water bottle for me, water dish for Otis, phone for me, phone for Otis, notebook, pen, sunscreen, diabetes kit, underwater view bucket. Towel, Otis. Otis loped off to the laundry, Mom's gardening supply, Dad's tool, my old baby gear room. Why do you need a towel? Mom said, coming in while I was emptying a box of individually wrapped packs of cashews into my bag. She opened the freezer and took out a chilled water bottle, her outdoor AC. Science project. Why are you still home? Summer is my parents' busy season, and they're usually out of the house by 7 in the morning, 7 days a week. My dad builds houses, and my mom is a gardener. But because we live in Sag Harbor, which is part of the Hamptons, yes, those Hamptons, the New York beach resorts where rich people and celebrities go for summer vacation, but also where regular families like mine live and have jobs and go to school. My dad is a general contractor, and my mom is a landscape designer. The reason I had homework, even though it was summer, was because I got an incomplete in school this year and had to do a makeup project. Turns out when you read the Treasure Hunter's Bible and Scouring the Seas, instead of filling out blah-blah weather data worksheets, it's hard to pass earth science. My project involved collecting water samples all around the harbor to show how the ocean affects the weather. Or possibly how the weather affects the ocean. I couldn't remember which. My parents knew about the makeup project, which worked as an excellent cover-up, because they didn't know about the treasure hunt. Nobody, especially my parents, knew about the hunt, except Otis and my best friend Nora. Nora, who was leaving tomorrow for 7 weeks at theater camp, which I was trying very hard not to think about. Mom grabbed an apple from a bowl on the counter and stuck it in her tote bag. We're going to Edward Buttersby's house, remember? For the planning meeting? Aha. Now I understood the floaty, tunic-y thing Mom had on over her faded work jeans and t-shirt and why she had sent Otis to wake me up when I didn't have school. And yes, she meant that Edward Buttersby, the movie star, a.k.a. Command Pilot Jasper Jones from Space Voyager. He also happened to be this year's host for the annual Cure Juvenile Diabetes Foundation fundraiser. Since I was the poster child, literally, for the local CJDF chapter, I had to go to the party and give a speech. You might think it would be super exciting to hang out with someone like Edward Buttersby at his house, but I've been doing these fundraisers for a long time, and I've learned otherwise. That meeting's not for another week, I insisted, willing it to be true. Otis dropped a beach towel at my feet, and I started cramming it into the backpack. It's this morning, Mom sighed. I told you about it a week ago. It's possible she was right about that. I crammed faster so I could make my escape. I'm sorry, I can't go. I have plans. Mom checked her watch. Get in the truck, Blue. You don't need me there anyway. Why do I have to go? You're 13. 13 is plenty old enough to get more involved in community service, which is what this is. I gave up on the towel and swung the backpack over my shoulder. Mom, my science project is important. It's homework. Get in the truck, Blue. Mom put her hand on the small of my back and gently steered me toward the front door. Otis hates boring meetings. He'll throw up. Get in the truck, Blue. She grabbed her floppy sun hat from the hall table. But, come, Otis, Mom said.